Joshua 15. The land allotted to the tribe of Judah by its clans reached to the border of Edom, to the wilderness of Zin in the Negev, far to the south. The southern border started at the southern tip of the Salt Sea, extended south of the Scorpion Ascent, crossed to Zin, went up from the south to Kadesh Barnea, crossed to Hezron, went up to Adar, and turned toward Karka. It then crossed to Asmon, extended to the stream of Egypt, and ended at the Mediterranean Sea. This was their southern border. The eastern border was the Salt Sea to the mouth of the Jordan River. The northern border started north of the Salt Sea at the mouth of the Jordan, went up to Beth Hagla, crossed north to Beth Arbaugh, and went up to the stone of Bahan, son of Reuben. It then went up to Dibber from the valley of Achor, turning northward to Gilgal, which is opposite the pass of Udamim, south of the valley. Crossed to the waters of En-Shemesh and extended to En-Rogel. It then went up the valley of Ben-Hinnom to the slopes of the Jebusites on the south, that is, Jerusalem. Going up to the top of the hill opposite the valley of Ben-Hinnom, into the west, which is at the end of the valley of the Rephaites to the north. It then went from the top of the hill to the spring of the water of Nophtoah, extended to the city of Mount Ephron, and went to Baalah, that is, Kiriath Jearim. It then turned from Baal westward to Mount Seir, crossed to the slope of Mount Jearim on the north, that is, Kesalon, descended to Beth Shemesh, and crossed to Timnah. It then extended to the slopes of Ekron to the north, went toward Sikaron, crossed to Mount Baalah, extended to Jabneel, and extended to the sea. The western border was the Mediterranean Sea. These were the borders of the tribe of Judah and its clans. Caleb, son of Jephunneh, was assigned Kiriath Arbaugh, that is Hebron, within the territory of Judah, according to the Lord's instructions to Joshua. Arbaugh was the father of Anak. Caleb drove up from there 3 Anakites, Shishia, Ahiman, and Talmiah, descendants of Anak. From there he attacked the people of Dibber. Dibber used to be called Kiriath Sefer. Caleb said, "To the man who attacks and captures Kiriath Sefer, I will give my daughter Aksa as a wife." When Othniel, son of Kenaz, Caleb's brother, captured it, Caleb gave Aksa, his daughter, to him as a wife. One time, Aksa came and charmed her father so that she could ask him for some land. When she got down from her donkey, Caleb said to her, "What would you like?" She answered, "Please give me a special present. Since you have given me land in the Negev, now give me springs of water." So he gave her both the upper and the lower springs. This is a land assigned to the tribe of Judah by its clans. The cities were located at the southern extremity of Judah's tribal land near the border of Edom. Kabzeel, Eder, Jagur, Kenah, Dimnah, Adadah, Kadesh, Hazor, Ithnan, Ziph, Telem, Beoloth, Hazor Hadattah, Kiriath, Hazar, that is Hazor, Imam, Shema, Moladah, Hazor Gadah, Heshbon, Beth Pelet, Hazor, Shuel, Beersheba, Bizathiah, Baalah, Eam, Ezem, Eltolad, Kisil, Horah, Ziklag, Matamanam, Matamana, Sansenna, Lebioth, Shilium, Ain, and Rimmon, a total of 29 cities and their towns. These cities were in the foothills: Eshtuel, Zorah, Ashna, Zanoah, and Ganon, Tapua, Enam, Jarmuth, Adullam, Soka, Azekah, Sheriam, Adathium, and Gedera, or Gederothium. A total of 14 cities and their towns: Zena, Hadashah, Migdalgad, Dilian, Mizpah, Joktheel, Likish, Bozkath, Eglon, Kaban, Lamas, Kitlish, Gederoth, Beth Dagon, Naamah, and Makkedah. A total of 16 cities and their towns: Libnah, Ether, Ashen, Iftha, Ashna, Nizib, Kilia, Akzib, and Marishah. A total of 9 cities and their town: Ekron and its surrounding towns and settlements, from Ekron westward all towards the vicinity of Ashdod and their towns: Ashdod with its surrounding towns and settlements, and Gaza with its surrounding towns and settlement, as far as the stream of Egypt and the border at the Mediterranean Sea. These cities were in the hill country: Shamir, Jatir, Soka, Dana, Kiriath, Sanah, that is Dibber, Anab, Eshtemoa, Anim, Geshen, Holon, and Gilah. A total of 11 cities and their towns: Arab, Duma, Eshan, Janim, Beth, Tapua, Aphekah, Humtah, Kiriath Arbaugh, that is Hebron, and Zair. A total of 9 cities and their towns: Maon, Carmel, Ziph, Jetua, Jezreel, Jokdeam, Zaneah, Cain, Gibeah, and Timnah. A total of 10 cities and their towns: Halhal, Beth Zur, Gedor, Mararoth, Beth Anath, and El Tekan. A total of 6 cities and their towns: Kiriath Baal, that is Kiriath Jearim, and Rebah. A total of 2 cities and their towns. The cities were in the wilderness: Beth Arabah, Midin, Sekaka, Nibshah, the city of Salt, and En-Gedi. A total of 6 cities and their towns. The men of Judah were unable to conquer the Jebusites living in Jerusalem. The Jebusites lived with the people of Judah in Jerusalem to this very day. All right, that's a lot of names there, and I probably butchered half of them, but when you just go name, they do get a little tongue twisty there. And Christopher, welcome in, friend. Good to have you here. Beersheba, beer is well. We'll go look up some of these names. We'll go look up some of these names now. Not all of them, but we got a little time. So let's go look some of these up. And again, why mention them all? Because this is a fulfillment of the promise. And so we are going to put down in writing that the promise has been fulfilled. How do we do that? We include all the territory. We include all of the names of the people, of the towns, of all of it. So that's one of the reasons why we get these long lists, is because they are there as a sign of the fulfillment. And you, as a person, if you were Jewish, hearing all of this, would be able to associate your family and the lands that you come from to this and see, we belong and we're part of the family of God. And you'd be able to celebrate. Okay. Just looking at Kadesh Barnea shows up often. Let's look at what Kadesh Barnea means. Kadesh Barnea.
Strong's H 6947. Kadesh Barnea. Kadesh Barnea. Pesenius Lexicon. Kadesh. Kadesh.
So Kadesh Barnea apparently means holy. Holy. I thought one of those words alone meant that. So maybe it's one of those where it's holy, holy. Kind of an idea. So it's a set apart city. That was a good look. Adder. Kind of, like sounds like a snake, adder. Wonder if there's a connection there. Doesn't necessarily mean there is, because that's not the same language, but.
Strong's H 146. Adar. Adar.
Exceedingly Glorious, adder. Exceedingly Glorious. That's a nice name. Okay. Asmon kind of sounds like Aslan, so let's look that one up. We will not be looking up all names. We'll just, or Asmon sounds like Esmond or Edmund.
Strong's H 6111. Atzmon. Atzmon.
Strong. Here we go. Bum, bum, bum. Okay, so we have Beth in front of a name. It means the house of. So we got two Beths here. So let's look up the Beths. Beth Hagla and Beth Arbaugh. So they're going to be the house of something. Beth means house. So Bethel is the house of God. Come on. Mouse is being finicky today.
Strong's H 1031. Beth Hagla. Beth Hagla.
So Beth Hagla, house of the partridge, and a partridge in a house. There we go. Beth Arbaugh.
H 1026. Beth Arbaugh. Beth Arbaugh.
Ooh, interesting. House of the Desert Valley or place of the depression. Okay, so the Desert Valley, a depression in the land, not depression that you have, but a valley. House of the Desert Valley. All right. Oh, we had beer mentioned, so we'll look for one that says beer when we get there. Bum, bum, bum. So many names. I'm trying to just not decide on all of them. Oh, wait. I will give Aksa my daughter as a wife. Okay, we do need to go look up Aksa. What does that mean? It is a woman who is mentioned here. It is the daughter of Caleb, who he went and he did what he was said he would do, and he conquered the Raphaites. But then there's someone else that needs done, and I will give my daughter as a wife. Aksa. What does Aksa mean?
Strong's H 5915. Aksa. Aksa.
His daughter is ankle chain or anklet. Anklet. Aksa. Anklet. I don't know if that's a beautiful name or not. I'm kind of torn on that, if that's a good name or not. And Othniel, son of Kenaz. Okay, Othniel. Let's look up Othniel. And if your brain wanders a little bit and you weren't paying attention, no, I did not say oatmeal. Not to oatmeal. Othniel.
Strong's H 6274.
So he asked, who will go kill this man or take this territory? I'll give them my wife as a daughter. And the Lion of God shows up. The Lion of God shows up to go take the land. Is that his name, or is that who he becomes known as, the Lion of God? And then Judah is the tribe that is associated with a lion. So interesting connection there. Seeing if there's any more names to go look up. Moladah. There's a good name. Moladah. My brain's going, is that something like Molech? Moladah? Molech? I don't know. Don't think it's a relation. You know, that's what happens when you bring it to English.
Strong's H, 4137.
So it's either birth or race. So that's interesting. Moladah. There's tons of cities here. Like this is like going and looking them up. Like spend time doing this once in a while. When you just have extra time, go and look them all up. I wish they would put the meaning in here instead of the name, because the names mean nothing. The names would have been, here's where the territory is, and I could find it, and it'll be there. Oh, the command didn't work. Sorry about that. Yeah, like I said, there's tons and tons and tons of names in here. So it would just take forever to look them all up. So that's what I do. I go look up a few of them here and there along the way. Just one that stands out, and then just see what it is. But you can find some hidden meanings in these, like the Lion of God. Is that who he is, or is that who he becomes? Is that his actual name? Is it just a name that he becomes known by, like your streamer name if you're really good at a game, and then you become known by, whatever that is, and it becomes a title for you as well. I find that fascinating possibility. Doesn't always tell us, but there are a few times where people are renamed, and the meaning of the name is the important thing. Or when their births are given, the name meaning is important. So why not stop and look at more along the way? All right, there we go. We're finishing Joshua 15, everybody.